Today we'll learn about classifying solids. Solids are three-dimensional figures. We're going to learn how to classify them. It's pretty much name them. And then the other things I really want to focus on is being able to describe different parts of them and classify that. So let's take a look at something. Here's the first one. I'm going to give you the name of this. This one's called the rectangular prism. As you can see, the bases, there's two bases that run parallel to each other. And those two bases are rectangles, therefore it's called a rectangular prism. There's faces. The first thing we're going to talk about is what's a face. Well, a face is a flat side, and it makes up, some people say it makes up a three-dimensional figure. On a rectangular prism, there's 6 faces. This whole thing right in here is a face. So you just imagine that. There's 6 of those, and so we're going to put down that there are 6 there. That's the first thing I'm going to list. 6 faces. Now we're going to talk about edges. Edges are the next thing I want to look at. How many edges would be up here? Well, an edge is where 2 faces meet. There's an edge. There's an edge. So all the yellow marks are the edges. Overall, on this whole thing, if I was to highlight all of them or touch them all, sometimes I like to touch them all, or maybe put a little mark. There's 12 edges. Now I'm going to get rid of this color, yellow. And now we're going to talk about vertices. What are vertices? Vertices are where more than one edge meet up. And so I'm going to highlight those vertices. And right there is an edge. No, a vertice. Right there is a vertice. We have 4 vertices right there. There's 4 more down at the other end. That gives us a total of 8 vertices. Let's take a look at a different shape now and maybe talk about it. Ooh, we have a triangular prism. The reason this is a triangular prism is because if you were to look at the 2 bases, they're made of triangles. And then we have a bunch of faces. So the first question is, how many faces are there? Take a second, see if you can look at it. I count a total of 5 faces. There's the 2 bases and then the 3 sides that go around that make up that whole prism. Edges. Edges are the long things like this. That's an edge. So how many edges are there up here? I have a total of 9 edges. And lastly, let's talk about vertices. How many vertices are there? That's a vertice. Where more than one edge comes together. How many can you count up? I got 6. When counting these things, sometimes I like to put marks on them, just so I know that I don't have to double count them, and I can see where they actually are. Let's take a look at one more shape, just so we can see what a three-dimensional shape looks like. And this one's called a hexagonal prism. And the hexagonal prism has the base, both bases are hexagons, 6 sides. They run parallel to each other. So we're going to look and see how many faces there are up here. Take a look. How many faces can you find? I counted 8 faces. The 2 on the base, the 2 for the bases, and then 6 all the way around. Edges. How many edges can you find? Remember, this is an edge right here. This is one going down here. I found a total of 18 edges. And how many vertices can you find now? This is one right here. There's one. And there's one. Hopefully you found 12. The shapes that I showed you were the hexagonal prism, the triangular prism, and the rectangular prism. Those are some of the main shapes we're going to go over today. I'll talk about why they're called prisms, and then we'll talk about faces, edges, and vertices. That is classifying solids.